Hello everyone, welcome to the video, and this is my first time doing real Diablo content other than a stream. Hopefully people like it. We're gonna give it our best go. I'm gonna get better from here, I promise, because I love the game and I've been putting a lot of time into it. Anyway, let's get into it. This is gonna be for an early game Sorcerer build. I feel like I've been messing around quite a bit with good builds, bad builds, and I kind of feel like this is my best one, and I'm going to use about 20 points just to kind of go through it quickly. Up here at the start, of course, I'm going to go with Arc Lash. This is my favorite, one of my favorite things in the game, because every 10 times Arc Lash swipes, it stuns all enemies hit for 2 seconds. I think that's amazing, so definitely want that in our build. And then off of that, we'll do Enhanced Arc Lash. The initial swipe, if it critically strikes, it will swipe an additional time, which is really good. And I'll kind of explain a couple things that I've been using that I didn't think felt very good for me, and what I changed to. So the first thing is I had this on. Gain 6% movement speed for 5 seconds per enemy hit with Arc Lash. I kind of thought that movement speed was going to be what I was going to need, but this is more of a rangy character, so I'm not as concerned about it. So glinting Arc Lash is what I think is better now. Hitting a stunned enemy, which kind of ties into this. Hitting a stunned enemy with Arc Lash reduces your cooldowns by 0.15 seconds. So I feel like that has been way, way better overall. And that's all we're going to do up there. We're going to move on down to here. And we are going into Chain Lightning. Ignore the fact that I've already got one there. That's just from a piece of gear that I have equipped. So we'll put one on there. I love this. I love the way that it bounces around. I think it's really, really good for taking down mobs. And then we will go into Chain Lightning gains 3% increased critical strike chance, because why not? Per bounce, it goes up. And is this another one where I had something that I didn't really like? Yes. Okay, so Crackling Energy was something that I didn't feel like it was doing... I was getting any real benefits out of it. Maybe I was misusing it. I don't know. But when Chain Lightning critically strikes, it has a 25% chance to form Crackling Energy. So that's what I had been using. Now I prefer Greater Chain Lightning. If Chain Lightning bounces off of you, its next hit deals 10% increased damage. A lot of times I actually have it bounce off of me when I'm facing just a single enemy or boss fight. So that is where I like to go now. I feel like a lot of this is just Tom finally read what things do. I took the time to read some stuff. And I'm kind of learning a little bit more. So now we're over here. This is one that I actually was using. Well, everything that I have on right now is things I was using previously, but a little bit different. Teleport is really, really good. I like it just for getting around the map in general in fights. So definitely one in Teleport. Enhanced Teleport, cooldown is decreased by 0.5 seconds per enemy hit, up to 3 seconds, so that can be kind of huge. You can get your Teleport going even more. And I also was using Mystical Teleport before, right? So more Crackling Energy stuff. I was really leaning heavily into something that I didn't really understand at all, so now I use Shimmering Teleport. After teleporting, you gain 30% damage reduction for 3 seconds. This helps a lot because... well, I think the mage is kind of squishy, so this gives you a little bit of damage reduction. So we'll put that on. Now we've already spent 9 points. Yeah, we spent 9 points already. Now before we do anything else, we're going to go into these two here. These ones, I didn't realize exactly how building out your character worked with the assignments. When I first started playing the game, I thought, and I was wrong, that you could only have one thing in each tree. Assigned at a time. That's just me being a noob. But you can have more. And these two, Frost Nova and Ice Armor, pair very nicely. So we're going to do Frost Nova. And we're going to do Enhanced Frost Nova. Killing enemies frozen by Frost Nova reduces its cooldown by 1 second, up to 4 seconds per cast. I mean, that's pretty good. And then we're going to do this. This is really one of the main reasons that we want to put on Frost Nova. Mystical Frost Nova makes enemies vulnerable for 4 seconds, increased to 6 seconds against bosses. I had no... well, I mean, I knew vulnerable was going to work, was going to be kind of important, but I didn't realize just how strong it can be. So this will apply vulnerable to all the enemies for a period of time. So we're going to put that on. And then it will synergize with some of the ice armor as well. So this puts a barrier of ice forms ready for 6 seconds, absorbing 30% of your base life and damage. While it's active, 5% of your damage dealt is added to its barrier. So you can see it can kind of start piling up a little bit. While Ice Armor is active, your mana regen is increased by 25%. I love mana regen. We're a mage. And then Mystical Ice Armor. So this is where we get the synergy with the Frost Nova. Why did I do that? I don't know. I'm just jumping all over the place. Damage against vulnerable enemies contributes 50% more to Ice Armor's barrier. Right? So we're going to be putting this on. Right? We'll be applying our Frost Nova, making everything vulnerable. Then we'll be able to get more out of our Ice Armor. So after that, we're not going to touch this. We need to spend one more point. I used to run Lightning Spear, and I'm not crazy about it. It just didn't feel like it was doing enough. So I'm not touching any of this right now. I might, like, if you had more points, we're only spending 20, I would. And this is something else I didn't know, was how enchantments worked. So enchantments, you unlock your first enchantment slot at level 15. I'm going to use the enchantment effect on this because it does a ton of damage, and deal a ton of damage. So we're going to put on a fireball, and we'll assign it to this, and we're good. I can remove that there. That leaves that open. So that's just when you kill an enemy. Whenever we kill an enemy, they explode in a fireball for 50% of its damage. I mean, that's pretty good, especially against mobs, right? So now we've got some more points to spend. We're not doing anything here right now. Now we've unlocked this tree, the mastery skills, and we're going to go to static discharge. Critical strikes with shock skills have up to a 5% chance to form crackling energy. That's fine. I don't really care about crackling energy. But what I do care about is this, shocking impact. Every time you stun an enemy, you deal lightning damage to them. And that goes well with our arc lash up here that stuns, right? So that's going to be extra damage on our arc lash. So I want to max this out. And I did. So now we deal quite a bit of damage every single time we stun an enemy. And that's 20 points right there. And we're going to end it right there. I've had a lot of success since I switched over to this build. I feel like it's really good. Lots of synergies, which I really wasn't leaning into. I was just like, oh, lightning mage. Let's just run all lightning. I still kind of am, but I've added in a couple different things that seem to be a lot better overall. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more Diablo content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be putting out a lot of different things as I learn the game and get better at it. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a fantastic day.